Hello. All right. It is almost 2025. Whoa. Before we get to 2025, I would love to end this year with a reading. Let's see what Great Spirit, our loving soul family, has to share with us on this final day in 2024. And once again, the Oracle decks that I'll be using, Oracle stacks, whatever. I don't really like saying the word deck because it's close to another word, but that's okay. The first one I'm going to be using is the Native Heart Healing Oracle. And then we're going to be using the Pocket Animal Spirit Guidebook. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anywho, when you are doing a reading on yourself or someone else, it's always good to take a moment to breathe, to give yourself a moment to ground yourself in this present moment. Allow yourself to call back your energy from any moment before right now. It's a good reminder to take some deep breaths. Give ourselves a moment to breathe before jumping in. I love to jump into stuff head first. So it is a good reminder for myself to just breathe. I got something in my eyeball. That's okay. I would like to set the intention to draw 1 to 2 cards that reflect and resonate on myself and the collective during this time of transformation. I love it when cards just jump out. Y'all seen that? You see that? Look at that. Oh, it's on what? 2 fingers. All right, watch this. And then we got the Moonflower. Oh, let's go. Let's make it super easy and fun. Look at this. Look, sometimes sometimes you just shuffle. Other times it's pretty easy. There is for me, there's not one consistent pattern for pulling these cards. And that's what makes it so fun, is the only consistent factor is trusting my instinct, trusting my intuition. I can pull these cards 1,000 different ways. And the one common denominator, the one common factor, the one common pattern that carries over to each reading is just trusting myself. Trusting myself, trusting Great Spirit, trusting that I am not alone. Even though I am sitting here, me and my dog in this room and the phone and whoever else will be viewing this video once it's over, I am not alone. I am being guided and inspired to say and do these things because I have allowed myself to surrender to who I really am in the name of love and light for the highest good of myself and everyone around me. So let's see what happened. We got, and accidentally on my way up, the book just pulled some cards. Wow. Pulled 3 animals. Let's go. These are the 3. Let's go. Let's get there. Let's get freaky. So, we're going to start with the Native Heart. And the first one we pulled was number 24, Spirit of Bear. Feel free to take a screenshot. These symbols represent sacred geometrical shapes that can awaken the third eye. Personally, I just think they're pretty. At times when I look at these, I can make my own synchronicities and signs. So as you look into this, before we dive into the reading, a great way to practice trusting our intuition is by asking yourself, what does this card make you feel? When you look at this card and you read the name, what emotions, what thoughts does this stir up within you? I'll give you a second. Am I distracting you? All right. Let's dive into the meeting. And yes, I still use this book because it's awesome. And go on Amazon. You can find your own. There's all kinds. Like right here, I've got the Light Seers Tarot. I got, hold on, Ancestors, Angels, Oracle deck right here. All kinds out there. See which one resonates with you. I got an eyelash. I guess it's time to make a wish. So Spirit of the Bear. This message is coming through as a time to retreat, a solo effort, strength and vulnerability. The Spirit of the Bear mandala brings courage and strength to those in need. It strengthens the mind and the body with the sheer power that only bear medicine can offer. However, bear also hibernates in the cold season, reminding you to lay low and settle when needed. Bear plays a significant symbolic part in everyone's life when the key elements of its nature shining through all. Once again, bear plays a significant symbolic part in everyone's life when the key elements of its nature are shining through all. Spirit of Bear is a guardian of the great earthly plane and a keeper of the many, many doorways linking the earth with the higher planes. As such, Bear touches every soul on incarnation and throughout their lifetime. Bears embody what I like to call, what the book likes to call, an iron hide. Because they are undefeated in strength and power. They can endure the toughest of situations and can adapt to their environment. Likewise, Spirit of Bear has a will that cannot be broken and an essence that is of the earth. Whoa, okay, this is perfect. Wait, there's also some things you can incorporate, but I really wanted to dive in. There's another side to the page. Hold on. I was just going to read off some of the elements like colors and stuff, but there's a whole other side. Wait, guys. So with this card, Spirit of Bear is with you. You are being reminded to draw upon the strength and courage that lives within you. Life only ever gifts you with situations that you are ready for, and you are never given anything you cannot learn and grow from. Which stage of your journey are you at? I get reading and I'm like, where's my phone? One's greatest strength lies in the ability to be vulnerable. So, Bear may be signaling you to retreat to your cave and spend time in introspection. Have you already emerged from your cave with fresh insight and courage, ready to embrace your dreams? Hell yeah. Either way, be the leader of your life by drawing upon the rich resources of the 4 elements contained within this mandala. You always have all that you need. And what are the 4 elements? Earth, air, fire, water. The key elements. This is what I was wanting to get to and didn't realize there was some more juice back here. Rainbow ray, the 7 main chakras, the 4 elements, universal constellations, divine blueprint, the healer, solidarity, a path to remember, legacy foretold, silence, times past and present, family. As we are getting through the holidays, as we collectively are evolving through historical times never seen before, it is more important, it's serious, guys, to allow our strength and our courage to be at the forefront of our life. It is so easy right now to let fear of the unknown consume us and lead us down a dark path because it feels more comfortable. For myself, I have been walking down an unknown path my whole life, filled with darkness. And many times I had a choice between the darkness and the light, and I chose the darkness over the light because I was so used to the darkness that I couldn't recognize the light for what it was. And the pain that I was receiving and taking in from the darkness, I then projected onto the light because I didn't think I was worthy of it because of the energy I was receiving. And it wasn't until I took time to be alone. I love people. I love hanging out. I remember when it was Friday, I would have this burning feeling inside, like I have to do something. If I stay in this house, I might die. Like, very dramatic, unnecessary, wasn't going to happen. But that's where I was at in my life because I'm an extrovert. I love people to the point that I'll just hang around someone just because I just want someone new that's not the same face in my house I've been seeing every day, because I love meeting new people and faces. And if you're like me, don't worry. You'll get to meet people again. This isn't forever. This is a temporary place. So when you do go back out into the world, you will be stronger, wiser, filled with more love than you ever have been. That's why the bear's coming through to remind us it's okay to hibernate. Even them big old thick bears gotta take some time to heal and rest. No matter how big and bad we might think we are, and no matter how big and bad we really are, because we truly are human beings. Human beings, man, they're something. They're just to be alive on planet Earth right now. No matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what your financial state is, it doesn't matter. No matter the material things you have, you are strong. You have survived all odds. There are a lot of people who were thinking you weren't going to still be here right now, but you still are. And that's just one of the many testimonies to the power and strength that you hold within your own being, within each atom, molecule, cell, and your entire body. Your blood is filled with so much strength. And you feel so bad because you know how strong you are. It hurts. It's a shot at the ego. When we're not feeling as good as we know we can. And that's okay. That lets us know we're still alive. That lets us know that we still want it. And as long as we have that want and that desire, that hope, that is a seed that can bloom into the strongest, most beautiful tree, redwood you've ever seen. Them things are huge. I've never seen one in real life. I've only seen pictures. Can't imagine in real life. And that's you. Most of the people only see you on this screen. We've got to stop letting this screen and this phone tell us our worth. Just like me looking at my face right now, and I feel like I have these like dark bags or something, and I'm not pretty. I can't do this video. The lighting's not good enough. I'm ugly. No, this phone. I'm not going to let this device dictate the way I view myself. I'm sexy. And now this camera might not always want to show off my sexiness, and that's the camera's fault, not me. That's whoever built this thing, okay? That's another story. Let's dive into the next one. Moonflower. Speaking of, did anybody see a video? You got to go online if you haven't seen it and look up owl flying on Christmas tree. I'm pretty sure that's all you should have to type up, because a family recently had an owl fly in from outside onto their tree. They're calling it like a Hogwarts moment. Really cool. And super symbolic to this year that we're having. Magic surrounds us. It's not a matter of if magic is real. It's a matter of, have you been paying attention to it? Do you acknowledge it? Do you appreciate it when it happens? Or do you blow it off, shrug it off your shoulder like, I don't know. I guess it was the wind. Like, it's how are we perceiving things, Moonflower? Let's go. Real quick. I'm sweating. Jacked up on I'm just kidding. Jacked up on life. Moonflower. All right, number 26. Let me let you look at it for a moment. See what this steers up inside of you. Let me calm down and let you see how you feel about me. Letting you feel this calm. All right, this card represents excelling under pressure, stepping out of the darkness, how perfect, an unexpected awakening. Come on, where's the angels? Somebody cue them. So, the owl within this mandala is a star-like being who appears to those longing to understand and utilize their gifts at a deeper level. This owl calls out to the moonflower to remind you of the light you radiate within the darkness. The moonflower is a beautiful flower whose white petals grow in the... Whoa, hold on. They don't grow. They glow in the dark. But they could grow too. So, the moonflower is a beautiful flower whose white petals glow in the dark. It can only be seen in full bloom at night and represents those that shine brightest in the darkness. Once again, the moonflower is a beautiful flower whose white petals glow in the dark. It can only be seen in full bloom at night and represents those that shine brightest in darkness. This mandala comes as a reminder that you are a beacon of light amongst the darkness. My tongue gets excited. This mandala comes as a reminder that you are a beacon of light amongst the darkness, a darkness that is only seeking to be loved. It's true. This mandala also speaks of the transition you are currently experiencing. What's the chances? What was the intention for this reading? Great Spirit, which I don't say like that, but Great Spirit, we just want a message as we are in this time of evolution and transformation. This mandala also speaks of the transformation you are currently experiencing. What's the chances? You will soon come to understand and receive insight as to the divine majesty that lives within this change. You are opening to a deeper level of yourself. From its depths, the night sky is anchoring within you, and you will feel this connection deep within your being. As your worldly foundations integrate with this energy, the connection to your higher aspects expand, and your mind's eye awakens. That's what it's going to be like. You're going to be like, guys, I felt it. It's like, where am I? Your third eye. I'm getting too excited on this reading. Let me tell you something. This is good stuff. This is exciting times to be living in. All right, your third eye visions are heightening. It is safe for you to experience the visions, feelings, and knowing that accompanies your new altitude. For myself, I have had visions of where I'm at right now and the people that I am meeting and the things that are happening. And with that being said, sometimes in my dreams, the way that I saw these things was a little skewed because it was in the dream world and all the energies and emotions going on, but it's really reassuring to get to look back on my journals. I've got these vision boards where I've put pictures up, and getting to mark them off one by one is such a satisfying feeling. And validating that I am on the right path. No matter how far off the path I may feel, I can always come back to these places that I've created for myself, i.e. my journal, vision board, my phone, where I have these little notes, videos, even going back and looking on videos that I've made and getting to reflect on myself and how far I have come. Allows me to be my own cheerleader, my own best friend, to remind myself, hey, you're crazy, but you're not crazy in the sense that everybody else thinks you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? So keep it up. Yeah. What else we got here, Moonflower? The world is in a great time whereby the mind's eye is framing a new perspective on creation. Blending and uniting higher sight with the window of one's heart. As you begin to live through your new vision, you will create a world that you have only dreamt of thus far. You best believe it. If you really, like seriously, just start. Just start. Just make a simple step. You'll be surprised. It might not happen tomorrow or the next day, even though it totally could. We are human beings who are easily triggered. And if we are in denial of those triggers, then oh my gosh. So it's even harder. So the more we can reflect, learn to appreciate our own company, we're gonna find ourselves in that dream life before we know it. What else, Moonflower? Rejoice in your new outlook. Trust in the guidance you are receiving and allow the beauty of the night to be a guiding light within you. Oh, and any key elements? Key elements, the violet ray, third eye chakra, air, wisdom, remembering, awakening, star being, she of the night, elevation, insight, visions realized, thus created, and the seer, S-E-E-R. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what that means. So if you're listening, if you're watching, hit me up in the comments. Do a little definition in Google. That's what I'll be doing after this video. So that was cool. That was nice. Awesome possum. Let's get to these 3 animals that came through, and we're gonna bounce out. Once again, we are doing the pocket animal spirit. And the cards, so what's so cool is the 3 cards, 3 minus 3, count it up. 3 cards that got pulled was from this book. I was moving this book and the book pulled them. I mean, come, get out of here. You've seen it. I'm here. I didn't edit this video. It's 23 minutes and 19 seconds now. So the 3 cards. Everybody, drum roll, please. That was terrible. The 3 cards that got pulled. The vulture. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that's the air element. And then we got, I was trying to figure out the element. We got the scorpion, which I think is earth, but it might be fire. I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute. And then we got my favorite, the fox. Okay, so that's earth. So that's earth. So that must be fire. Which I thought scorpion was water. But that's okay. Hey, this is just this deck. This is what this set is saying these cards represent. So, let's dive in. What I really love about these cards is not only do they explain the element and what the individual element represents, but then the creature or animal that is represented in that element takes it a little further. So I love that. That's just awesome. Yeah, they do have the scorpion as fire, but hey. Sometimes it be like that. So air, vulture. Creatures of the sky. The creatures of the air element move quickly and decisively. They are known to see more than others, and this can lead to powerful and discerning qualities. Air creatures love movement and mobility, but the speed at which they move often leaves them ungrounded. Several air cards indicate too much movement and not enough earth. Some people describe this as living in the head rather than in the body. It's difficult to make big decisions or remember our greater purpose when we lose our groundedness. So do whatever you must to reconnect to the physical realm. Slow walks in nature will help get your feet back on the ground. All right, so let's dive into the message of the vulture, which, before we dive in, just share my own personal knowledge of the vulture. For my search on Google, when I type in spiritual meanings of vultures, they are known as the cleanser, the purifier. After a war happens, a battle happens, and there's a lot of debris left, the vultures are known as one of the most important factors in war because they help clean up the debris. They help keep the disease from spreading. They clean up the aftermath that no one else, they just is there. Just like dead animals on the road. They help clean that up. And it's really cool. You get to see them, the way they heal themselves or help clean their body is they'll go and sit out in the sun, and you can see them with their wings just spread out, and they let the heat from the sun bake and cook off all the harmful diseases and bacteria that got on their body while eating the carcass. I know, crazy, kind of weird, but very symbolic in allowing ourselves to release any disease or bacteria that may come onto our body or into our life with everything that we do, through our thought patterns, through the people that we come in contact with. It's very important to take that time to cleanse ourselves, to ground ourselves, to reconnect to our center. The vulture comes through as a guardian and purifier. It's essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When we are in balance with ourselves and the world, we have clarity and we are able to reveal wisdom. When we are out of balance with ourselves and the world, we can be a little dramatic and aggressive. Yeah, 100%. To bring back into balance, clean your space. Sage. So true. I know it sounds simple. Sometimes when I read these, I'm like, really? You mean all I have to do is clean my room and that's just going to make everything better? It's like, well, when you wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is clutter and chaos, it's easy to let that dictate your energy and your mood for the day. When you wake up and you look around, that's what, to me, one of the fun things about traveling is I get to go and I open the room and it's a nice clean room and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to leave. Like, I don't even care. I don't care if there's a best concert in town. This is the cleanest room I've seen and wait, like, it's just, it really adds the feng shui of the room, the aroma, the aura, the energy, the atmosphere really can play a difference in our mental health. So I know for myself, where I was feeling like everything was out of my control, my career, my friends, my love life, nothing felt like I was able to control it. But what I can control is my room, my closet, my bathroom. So small steps. Growing up, I used to see those videos from the military about if you just make your bed in the morning, how much better you feel. I'm like, that's so, now that I do it, yeah, it makes sense. My bed doesn't look great, but it's made. And when I get in and out of bed, it just feels nice to get into a nicely made bed. It really makes a difference. So start small. Before you go and conquer the world, maybe just conquer your bedroom. And then if you can conquer your bedroom and keep it organized for longer than a week, hey, there we go. Mark that off the list. Bucket list complete. Next thing, please. Start small and go big. So let's go to the scorpion, which represents fire. Fire, fire, fire. Creatures of the desert and grasslands. The creatures of the fire element lead us towards change. They represent the ego and challenge us to become our best selves. Although these cards appear more frequently when conflict or discomfort is present, the heat they emit is the elixir of our transformation. Several fire cards indicate the heat is on. It is a time of action and change. Deadlines and demands are around every turn, but it's all in the name of growth. You'll look back on it in awe of all that was accomplished. When all else fails, remember, fire is the only thing that transforms darkness into light. Light, light. I was going to add something to that, but let's just read the card. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Scorpion. The Scorpion. Wussies. The Scorpion represents being passionate, competitive, and tends toward isolation. The scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past. I do that so much. So, sometimes the scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. So when we are in balance with ourselves and the world, we are wild and free and fierce. When we are out of balance with ourselves and the world, we are jealous, resentful, and unresolved. So true. To bring ourselves back into balance with this world and who we are, we just need to be honest and have forgiveness. It can really be so simple. We have complicated, manipulated, contorted, disfigured the reality of how simple life really, truly is and can be. And by simply being honest as kids, as honest as children are, before they learn to manipulate from their really good parents or guardians. That can help us find that strength the bear card was trying to tell us, to grow, to bloom in the darkness like the moonflower was showing us. Last but not least, the fox, which is what? It's the earth creature. Creatures of the field and forest. The suit of survival and instinct. The earth creatures represent our relationships with fears and habits. In general, the creatures of this suit are grounded, dependable, and supportive. However, since they are so drawn to routine, they often become stuck in their ways. Several earth cards indicate that consciousness remains rooted in the material plane, or as referred to in yoga, the gross realm. This means practical concerns, money, home, work, family, are at the forefront of the mind, not leaving room for much else. Movement and exercise are especially helpful to counter the stagnation or stuckness that can accompany excess earth elements. Where you at, Foxy? Hold on. What the fox? All right. I really like that quote. Well, I found that quote last year and I was like, that's amazing. So, fox. They are smart, strong. Wait, hold on. The fox represents being smart, strong partner or mate, and a wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. So when you're in balance with yourself and the world, life is magical. You're magical, ingenious teacher, and monogamous. When you're out of balance with yourself and the world, you're sneaky. You're unsure of their identity. To bring back into balance with yourself and the world, partnership, connection. I try to blink one eye. So, last but not least, we're going to end this reading on some love. So, guys, when I was 11 years old, I posted on Facebook for Valentine's Day. Another Valentine's Day alone. I was 11. All right. Well, that vibe didn't change until this year. I'm 24 now, okay? So, hear me out. You're not alone. You're not alone. You feel alone because you've yet to learn to love yourself. And it's probably because the people around you don't know how to love their self either, because they weren't taught to do that. And that's okay. That means you get to be the one that breaks the cycle. That means you get to be the one that opens the door, that sheds the light for everyone else. I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not going to say it's hard. All I'm saying is it's totally doable and it's totally possible. You are worthy of a beautiful life. You are worthy of those things you think are so far from your grasp. It's like too good to be true. That's not true. If anything, you are too good to be true. The fact that you allow yourself to rise and awaken every day is incredible. You have every reason not to, yet you somehow find a way to keep moving forward. Even if forward looks like the same place you were at 10 years ago, you still choose to move forward. And that, my friend, is amazing. There's not even a word. Amazing is belittling to the true essence of that energy to keep moving forward. And the very moment we allow ourselves to feel that is the exact moment we will see change happening. But it is up to us to continuously be open to that change, to those signs, to the love, to forgive ourselves for anything that has happened up until this moment, to give ourselves the ultimate permission to move forward with a clean slate in the name of love and light for the highest good of ourself and everyone around us. Aho, mahalo. One love. See you next year.